Welcome back to Lifting Spirits Through Music Roundtable Edition. And again, we want to start every time. We want to thank the guys behind the camera, Drew and Kent, known as Cappuccino and Deke from 216 Creator Studios, and Jason Paul back there also helping out. So back here, we're with Rosaway. Very first question, tell us how the name came about for the group.
So actually, it's our two names because my birth name it's actually Rachel Omberdane, so R-O, and his name is Stefan Avelaneda Way because it's our way to do it.
We do it.
And actually, I think it's an avenue here in California. So I think it smells sun, right? Rosaway. It's yeah.
Now, you're in Paris now. That's where you reside now? Are you both from France originally? Yeah? Okay.
From Paris.
Okay.
He's from south of France because nobody's perfect, but you know. And
I'm doing my best.
yeah, he moved to Paris,
I
so
moved to Paris.
it's kind of safe now.
You know, I moved to the States and then back to Paris. So it's
And
Okay.
now we are living in between Paris and LA.
So if we go to France for a visit, stay out of the south of France is what I'm gathering here. Maybe a
Don't
little,
ask me.
depends who you call. If you call Rachel
Okay.
or if you call me. You can have two versions.
I'll need two phone numbers then. And we'll work that. Okay, so now how long have you guys been together? How long have you been making music together?
Almost 6 years now.
Yeah.
2 years of pandemic, but 6 years.
That's true. Now, I remember you guys opened up for the Namm show. You did the kickoff
Yeah.
a couple of years ago. I remember seeing that, and I know I've got video somewhere for it, and I'm going to dig it out. But tell us how that came about. I think it was through our mutual friend, Zach Phillips.
Yeah, actually, you know, it was very special for us because it was right after the pandemic, so it was the first edition post-pandemic. And we applied to play at Ben's
at Namm?
Ben's
Yeah,
at
to play
Namm,
here,
you know,
to
to
play
play like hotel stages. And we got invited to play the Marriott. And like 2 weeks after, we received this invitation to do the kickoff session. And we didn't really understand what it was, actually.
We didn't understand how big it was.
Yeah, we said yes, just yes. It's gonna be fun to play at 8 in the morning, you know, and sound check
Right.
at 5, and just like warm up in the car on the highway and stuff like that. You know, it's
because
special.
we were staying like all the way up, like
Yeah, downtown LA, yeah.
downtown LA, and she had to warm up when I was driving on the freeway
Right.
because there was just no time to get ready. So
At 5 a.m., like
at 5 a.m. and
So
I had
we'll
to put
remember.
something in my ear because she was warming up with the keys in the car, and I was like, okay, that's a good morning. But that was the best.
yeah, it was.
For me, that was the best Namm.
It was actually really
experience.
wild, you know, because playing in front of people having breakfast,
And a
it's
lot
like
of, like more than 1,000 people.
yeah, it's
at
like a
8 a.m.
lifetime like stuff. So we had a lot of fun, yeah, definitely. And I was at the beginning. I was like, should I make them sing or not because they having breakfast and maybe it's kind of brutal, you know? And I said, let's do it. So I
it
make
anyway.
We
yeah,
had a
they
great-
sing.
yeah, we had great response and the feedbacks after that. We spent 2-3 days after that just meeting people and taking
Shaking
pictures,
hands
shaking
and stuff.
hands, and it was really something.
That was wonderful. It was a cool experience then. And now you're back at Namm this year. You're again playing at the Marriott
Yeah.
tonight at 11.
Tonight,
Which,
yeah.
since this is recorded, that won't make any difference to anybody.
Yeah.
But we'll be there, and
That's awesome.
it's gonna be fun. We're looking forward to it.
Same here.
Now, the big question is, do you like singing more or playing flute?
Oh, that's
That's a tough question.
and that's not a question that we have.
No,
often.
never. You know what? That's funny because I see myself as a flutist, you know, because that's my first instrument. If I can say that, because it's not really true, because in France, when you start learning music, you actually sing first. But I didn't choose. Sorry, to sing. You know, I wanted to play the flute. So for me, I see myself, and I'll see myself forever as a flutist. So it's something really special. But I have to say that now I kind of feel that I could be a singer, and I really enjoy to be a singer because I shouldn't say that, but I have less expectations about myself as a singer, you know, because I have some standards, really high standards as a flutist, because I'm classical trained, so it's like you have to be more than good. And as I wasn't really a singer, I was doing backing vocals, so nobody really cares, you know. So now that
care a little bit.
yeah, but you know what I mean.
It makes a difference.
I know, but you know what I mean. It's not the same. So I just enjoy singing without too many expectations, and I don't put too much pressure. I do put pressure on myself, but you know what I mean. It's really different. So I couldn't answer to your question because for me it's like two persons. The flutist and the singer, you know what I mean?
It's like if you have two children, you can't choose a favorite.
Exactly, because
That's a good way of
because the
saying it.
first is my children, if I can say that, and the second, the singing part is my adoptive child. So it's like I love them both, but it's just a bit different.
Just a bit different. Getting into your background, now how did you both get into music? Who were your influences?
You want me to start?
Yeah.
Well, my parents are musicians. My mother is a piano teacher. She classical trained, and my dad is a guitar player, blues rock guitar player. So I was born listening to a lot of different kind of music, but I was spending a lot of time playing music with my dad. So a lot of blues, like old B.B. King, Buddy Guy. Then I grew up like Johnny Lang because we were not the same age. He was a little older than me, but I could really relate.
Sure.
So I grew up, and then I had the chance to spend a lot of time on the road with these guys, with John, and so I learned, and I had a lot of I learned a lot from blues players, and then I did a lot of classical music as well. And at some point, classical music was taking a lot of time, so I kind of had to choose in between modern drumming and classical music. And I think modern drumming was my first thing, so first love. So I had to go with this.
Now you've actually played with Buddy Guy.
I didn't play with Buddy Guy. I actually remember I shared many stages. I was playing with Anna Popovic for 10 years. And of course we shared stage with all these amazing, with B.B. King a lot, with Buddy Guy of course, and if I can say one story, I remember I was playing North California. We were opening for Buddy Guy, and after the show, Buddy was on stage, and I had to leave to go back to the hotel for like 10 minutes. I came by, and Tim, the drummer, didn't feel well, so Tom Hembridge, who's taking care of Buddy forever, and Rick, the guitar player. When I came back, they were like, "Steph, we were looking for you for like 15 minutes. Tim felt bad, and we had to replace the drummer, but you were not there." So that was my chance to play with Buddy Guy, but I was not
So
there.
you almost played.
I was at the hotel, and I came back probably 10 minutes too late.
That's a good story.
But of course now, we're still in touch a lot with these guys, and Tom also helped us, support us with our working visa and everything. So those are great guys. But I was like, man.
Now Buddy Guy, of course, is a Chicago guy, so
Yes.
we get the opportunity to see Buddy Guy all the time.
He's amazing.
He is.
An amazing person too. So
Absolutely.
that helps.
It does.
But yeah, that was my little story.
Nice. So how about you growing up? Who's your influence?
Actually, I came from a family of music lovers, but not musicians, but they wanted to be musicians, I'm pretty sure. So I listened to music all the time. I used to listen to music, and my mom used to buy I would say 5 CDs every week. So we just listening to music all the weekends, and I used to listen, of course, classical music and French songwriters. So I came from French songs, sorry. And the thing is so weird because I don't sing in French. You know what I mean? Like, it's like
Little bit now.
little bit now, but it's the same like for the flute. I have too high expectations in French, so it's easy to like build somebody else, like build the characters in another language, because you can just rebuild yourself, you know.
Right.
You know, so that's probably easy. Like, I'm definitely an actress when I'm on stage, and English is my actress language. But yeah, I came from my first inspiration was definitely French songs. Yeah.
Okay. That's fascinating as well. Now, you guys have a new album coming out, I understand. That's
Very
coming
soon.
out this spring.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
March 8th.
March 8th.
March
She-
8th.
Just
she gonna be better
right
at talking
before
about it.
spring, actually. But what can I say about this? Yeah, actually, this new album is called Girls. Actually, it's girl, you know. So, and it's 10 songs about women, different stories. But it's a tribute to women. It's a tribute to our mothers, to our grandmothers, to our aunts, to our like sisters. So we wanted to say something, because you know, at some point when you're a woman, you just feel like you have so many experience because of your identity of being a woman. You know what I mean? So it's totally different than being a man, obviously. And when you close to 30, you just like have all these experiences, and you understand that it's all because you're a woman, and actually you have the same experiences than other women. And I wanted to put that on the table, and just like, yeah, to say to all these women that we are together and we live kind of the same experience, and I feel them, you know what I mean? So we wrote this album.
Yeah. And that's why it's going to be out on March 8th,
Yeah.
International Women's Day. So that's
Rights.
Rights.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So will you be playing any of that tonight?
Actually, yes, because Blue Skies is on the record, but that's the only song.
Yeah, that's the only song we're going to play for them.
Oh no, we have a second song, Midnight.
Oh yeah, Midnight. I
Yeah.
forgot about that. Right.
So we have 2 songs of the new album.
We'll look forward to that.
And the rest we'll keep it for after
Keep it
after
for
March. Yes.
As long as you do Blue Skies tonight.
Blue Skies and Midnight.
Okay.
But we'll do Blue Sky. Promise. Promise you gotta hear it. Don't miss the beginning of the show then.
We'll be
That's
there.
the only thing I can say.
We will be there. Now we were talking back and forth when we were setting this up. I was back in Chicago. You guys were in Paris, and we were talking. It's like 12 below here, and you guys were just as cold in Paris at the same time.
Yes.
So it feels real good here, doesn't
Oh
it?
yeah.
It does.
Especially because when we flew, actually we had 2 hours delay because it was snowing in Paris. So we were like, we are looking for California right now. Because everybody, you know, all the tourists say, oh, it's so romantic to see snow in Paris. I'm like, no, it's just annoying and we are
It's
freezing.
terrible.
So, you know. But I have to say that I took a walk by the river, and with the snow, I was like, I
It's not that
understand
bad.
the romantic stuff, but no.
But anyway, we like California.
Do you guys have any questions?
Advice they give to up and coming
Great
musicians.
idea.
Oh, that's des
Sorry.
conseils que tu peux donner aux
Oh.
prochains.
Talking about advice that we're going to give to somebody that's just getting started, kind of like you guys when you came to the Namm show a few years ago. That was kind of your beginning here in the U.S., I take it?
For me, yes.
Yeah,
not
yeah.
for
Not for me, but with
Yeah.
with
But
Rosaway,
it's-
yes. So it's, you know, it's Rosaway was for me, even if I toured before and I played a lot of shows. Starting your own project is like rebirth, and you have to build everything again. So it's like, even if I played a lot in the States, coming back with Rachel and Rosaway, that was just a new beginning. It's just a new life. So it's so that's probably what we should what I would say to people starting. I don't know if I can give advice to people starting playing music, but starting music or starting their own project, is that to not be afraid to take risks, because it's, for me, that was a big risk when I stopped touring with other people, and I was it was fine. It was easy. I was just at home receiving an email with routing, with flights, and sometimes
150 shows
150
a
shows a
year.
year. I didn't even know which country I was playing the next day. I was just, oh yeah, I have a flight tomorrow. So I was packing stuff for winter and for summer, and then I was just going with the flow and not, and I loved it. But taking the risk to leave that behind me and start over, that was, I think that was a good choice. I loved it, and that's what I recommend. Even if you're comfortable and you love your life, taking risk is good. It's a good thing.
Yeah, and that's good advice because there are literally thousands of musicians that are here maybe for the first time, and they're trying to get their feet on the ground and get going with their careers.
And it's so easy to stay on the comfort zone.
Yes.
Because I was making good money. I was fine. I was playing a lot of shows, doing some recordings. I was always on the road, and living that was scary. But and I don't regret, of course. It was amazing, and I learned a lot with the bands I played. But risk was, for me, taking risk is a big thing. That's what I recommend.
So Rachel, did you take the risk?
Oh yeah, I took it.
She did in a different
actually,
way, but she did.
I would say that for a musician is like don't give up, never give up, because it's a musician career is a marathon. So someone's end before you. Somebody will break it, if I can say that, before you. But if you quit, you'll never know.
That's right.
And just don't give up, and try hard, and never stop dreaming, because it's all about dreaming, and put the work done.
Yeah.
But it's all about dreaming, and dreaming big, really big, because as big as you dream, as big as the result will be. So I would say that.
That's actually, if I can put some image on this, but that's when we started the project. I never played Namm show. I come here for like 20 years, but playing Namm show with my own band, with my own song, and when you receive an email from Zach saying, we want you guys to open Namm show, I mean, I cannot even explain. And we've been fighting for 3 years and trying to make it. And
And
when
it was
someone like this
the
goes,
end of the
like,
pandemic, so we
okay.
were kind of down.
Yeah, that was after pandemic. So, and pandemic, we spent a lot of money on the project trying to make it happen, and then pandemic happened, and then you lose everything. So there's two options. You quit and you go back to do something else, or you invest in even more of your time, of your person, everything, and that's what we did. We never worked that much during pandemic. We stayed at home. We built a recording studio. Our living room was a recording studio and a video filming studio. So we had 2 spots, and we worked every day for like 6 months, 7 months. We recorded an album. We put everything out, and it helped us so much, because then Zach saw a video that we recorded, the whole thing. So far sounds, saw videos of us, and now they are helping us a lot. We're playing a lot of so far, pretty much here in Europe, in the States, and those people saw what we've done, and because we didn't give up. So that's
Yeah, but I think I have a second thing to say. Don't be afraid to be different, because I think because I came from classical music, and I have to say that classical music doesn't really like when you're different. You know what I mean? And I think I always been like different, and for me it was like something really bad. And when I started my own band, I just understood that it's actually the best quality you can have. Like it just who makes you actually. So don't be afraid to be different, because at some point somebody will think it's cool, you know.
Right.
And even if you think you're not cool, at some point, if you're you, somebody will see how cool you are.
Well, being different means that you're going to do something unique, and you're going to stand out from the rest of the crowd, and that goes a long way towards making it in this business.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys know it's not easy to
No.
do that, but you do. You always have to keep on keeping on.
Yeah, it's worth it though.
yeah, it's worth it. Yeah, definitely. It's
Yeah.
hard, but when you get something back, and it's so good, it's not even good. I don't know. I cannot explain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no shortcut, but when you
Yes,
You're
there's no
right.
shortcut.
Right.
We see that a lot on TVs. Yeah, this person went from like nothing.
But
to
you don't really
arenas.
know the story.
Right. There's no
After
overnight
that.
success. Overnight
There's
success
always
can be
work.
10 years.
You know
or
what?
Yeah.
Lizzo said something really, I think, important, and I think more artists should say that. She said it took me 10 years to be an overnight star.
To become an overnight star, yeah.
So
heard
I think
her
there's
say
some,
that, yes.
yeah, I think that's something who makes a difference
Yeah.
when you know that.
It does. Now, when we're going through the pandemic, and you mentioned that you did a lot of studio work at that time, and Zach saw that, the efforts of your work, and that helped get you set up for that name.
Yeah, we actually, because of that, was it because we played a show in New York? We played a So Far Sound in New York,
Yeah,
and
it
it
was-
was recorded.
Yeah, I think it was because of that. Because in 2018, when we started the project, I said to Steph, I really want to play New York. Like
Yeah.
the project was 1 month old. I said, I want to play in New York. You know, and it's a big thing when you're like a French. When you're French, like a little French frog, you know. So playing New York is like whoa. And we play in New York, and we play a So Far Sound, and actually it was probably one of our only sold out show, and it was the first one, you know.
Yeah.
And
And it was filmed.
yeah, it was
We didn't
filmed.
know.
And I'm not even sure it was that great.
Well, we did our best. We, you know, with the 2 months old project with our own songs that were still kind of working on it, but we rehearsed a lot, and we were ready. I mean, we did our best, but we
And
were
I think
ready.
he saw
And
this
I think he
video,
saw that,
and
and
then
he
he
said-
checked all the videos we did during pandemic. So yeah.
Now, did you do a lot of live streaming from home during the
Yeah.
pandemic?
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's a good story. I'll let you say.
No, but we were on stage when our president say we're gonna be locked down. So it was really weird because when we get off the stage, everybody said, "Oh, it was
That's your last
actually
show."
the last show," you know. And it was really weird because the venue was packed, and we knew that the pandemic was actually here. So it was so weird.
It would be.
So the president say on Tuesday we're gonna be locked down, and we decided actually to do a live stream on the Tuesday, and it was not even a thing. So we didn't know how to do it because after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, everyone was doing it. So we had some tips and stuff like technical tips, but we did that the first day.
We spent 2 days setting up because we never did a live stream and we didn't have the material. We did the gear, so we connected things to go to mix it and send it to the phone. But we didn't have, not, you know. Now we know how to do a live stream.
Sure.
Everyone. But at that point, I had to figure out stuff to like connect and make a mix. But the mix was not to connect it to the phone. It was a disaster, but we did. And we had thousands of views and shares, and it
Because
was
we were
incredible.
one of the first, you
Yeah.
know. And actually, the US, you were not locked down, and it was really exotic for you guys because we receive a lot of
Yeah, that's
of
right.
messages because you saw that you won't be locked down. Ha ha ha! But yeah,
I like the fake.
so a lot of Americans saw us and said, "Oh wow, that's incredible to do that," you know, like especially because we are not locked down, so that's cool because we can see actually a show, you know. So it was kind of new, and
We
did
had
that.
a lot of new followers, a lot of people like texted us and stuff. So that really helped. I
Yeah.
think this first live stream.
So we did 3,
We did 3 total.
and then we decided to write an album. So.
Nice.
And it was the album was also a crazy idea because of course we didn't know with the PR what kind of answer we're gonna get because there was still pandemic, but it worked great. We had
Actually, it worked great, but we released the album the day before the second lockdown.
so it was.
It was kind of dramatic at this point, you know, like you're like,
Timing is
okay.
But we
great.
had a great Rolling Stone
Yeah.
title and stuff, so that was good. We were happy.
If there's one thing about Rosaway that people don't know that they should know, what would that be?
That's a good question. I feel like they know everything. We share a lot. Is there something? That's an interesting question.
I don't know. Really. For real, I don't know.
I feel like we share everything, so
So everybody,
I really don't know.
everybody knows everything they need to know about Rosaway. What
Or
they
I
need
don't
to
know what
is
they
go
don't
see
know.
them.
Yeah, maybe that's the thing. So you know what?
You
Maybe
don't know
they
what
should,
you don't know.
Maybe they should ask.
Yeah.
Maybe they should send us messages.
Yeah. Send messages to Rosaway. Where should they send them to?
Facebook or
Yeah,
Instagram.
Facebook, Instagram, and but yeah, that's actually something interesting too, for people to send us message. Maybe they want to know something and that we don't realize that we don't share that. Yeah, that could be interesting to answer.
Well, I think something people ask quite often is that is it hard to start a band, and is it hard to have a band when you don't have like Universal Sony behind you? And the answer is yes, but it's worth it.
Yeah, take the risk.
Music is a passion, and you guys obviously have that passion. And if you've got the passion and you don't give up, eventually you make it. You
Yeah.
keep on going to it, and you
Oh,
keep
yeah.
on going. Always want to keep going to the next level.
Yeah.
So that's good. Well, thank you guys for being here with us today. We appreciate
Oh,
that.
thank
and
you.
we're switching over to dinner time, I guess.
Yeah,
here.
that was perfect.
That's a perfect
timing.
end.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So thank you, everybody. We're Lifting Spirits Through Music, sponsored by 216 Creator Studios and Piano Trance Music. And our guest today, Rosaway.
Thanks for
Thank you
having
for
us.
having
Thank
us.
you.
Awesome.